Hey y'all. A brilliant move in chess is when you find a good piece sacrifice. There are other conditions. For example, you should not be in a bad position after making a brilliant move. Also, you should not be completely winning even if you had not played the brilliant move. Now that we know the definition of a brilliant move, I'm going to show you 4 of my brilliant moves and talk through why I believe they are categorized as such. I want to make this interactive, so for each of the 4 positions, pause the video, think through it, and try to find the brilliant move. And at the end of the video, comment down below how many you got. Let's get to position number 1. Here is position number 1. It is white to play. Can you find the brilliant move? And remember, a brilliant move is just finding a good piece sacrifice. So pause the video and think for yourself. If you've taken the time to look at this position, you'll notice that there's really only 3 pieces white can even sacrifice. You can sacrifice the queen, which is going to do nothing for you in this position. It's just going to lose you the game immediately. You can sacrifice the knight. You can threaten the rook and queen, but pawn takes and the attack is gone. What happens if you take with the bishop? It's brilliant, because after pawn takes, the knight can jump in now and threaten simultaneously the opposing rook and queen. During the game, my opponent played queen to g7, which is a mistake. I, can just throw in a check, get the queens off of the board, and be up in material and be on my way to victory. But this is a very teachable moment as well. Look at this position now. What should black play? What is the best move for black in this position? Queen to b4. You can say, okay, you can take my rook, I will take your knight, and then I have a rook that's looking right at your knight again. So I could be in a better position after this. If you spotted that brilliant move, congratulations. On to position 2. Here is position number 2. It is black to play. Can you spot the brilliant move? Pause the video to figure it out for yourself. If you have taken the time to look at this position, you'll notice that you can only sacrifice 2 pieces as black. What happens with this knight? Well, you can sacrifice the knight for the pawn, and that just loses a knight. That is terrible. Not good chess practice. So let's look at this knight. Well, I could take this pawn and give a check. I would just lose my knight, so that's not good. I can just trade the knight for the bishop. I still have a commanding position, but there's something even better. Knight to f3 check is brilliant because you're losing a queen. White loses their queen. If you spotted that, congratulations. Let's get to the 3rd position. Position number 3, we are almost there. It is white to play. Can you spot the brilliant move? Pause the video and find out. After having looked at this position, you will notice there's not much that white can sacrifice. I'm not going to just say, hey, Mr. Opponent, you can take my bishop. No, That's not going to happen. That's not happening. Same thing, I'm not giving up my queen for a pawn. What happens if I take the pawn with the knight? Now, the queen is supported by a rook, and look at what they are looking at. Look at that. They're looking right at the opposing bishop. So, of course, my opponent is like, oh, yippee, I'm going to win 2 points of material. I'm taking a knight. But the bishop is hanging. And there's just a bunch of mayhem happening. You know, the queens can come off the board, and I have a rook on the 7th rank, and that's just gnarly for the opponent. So if you spotted that brilliant move, congratulations. Let's get to the 4th position. We made it to the 4th position. It is black to play. What is the brilliant move? Pause the video and find out. If you've taken the time to do so, you'll notice the only sacrifice possible is with the rook, right? Am I going to give my rook for a pawn? No. So, rook captures the knight on b4 is brilliant. Of course, the pawn is going to recapture, but the pawn on d4 is hanging. I'm going to take that. So, now the knight on b6 is being attacked. Of course, going to take, the bishop on c8, and then I can recapture. And here we are. I'm just in a better position because I traded a rook for 2 minor pieces, for two knights, and that just puts me in a better position for the endgame. If you spotted that move, congratulations. Those were 4 of my brilliant moves. According to chess.com, only 0.1% of my moves are considered brilliant, so I don't have a lot to choose from, but I'm sure you do. If you've played some brilliant moves, put them in the comments below. Put the position, and I'd love to take a look at them. I'd learn a lot from it. If you want to subscribe to the channel, I would really appreciate that. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much, and have a great day.